Welcome to the Voice of Women podcast with the purpose to empower women and disrupt the gender gap. I am your host, Tuya Kandula. The Voice of Women podcast is an empowering series for women that provides you with the tools and mindset to overcome obstacles on your journey to success. If you want something said, ask a man. And if you want something done, ask a woman. This quote was by Margaret Thatcher. Welcome to the Voice of Women podcast. It's another month and another topic. And this month's topic is very interesting. It is the male brain versus the female brain. Is the male brain and the female brain the same? Are they different? And is one brain better than the other? Like how some people might want to believe. I always believed that the male brain and the female brain might be exactly the same. But common sense tells us that for any given situation, most men and women react in a completely different manner. That's because women are made up of the XX chromosome and the men are made up of the XY chromosome. This differences in chromosomes makes the brain develop in a different way. This difference is that women have a bigger prefrontal cortex. That's the front part of your brain. What does this mean? When a goal or task is given, both men and women are very capable of reaching and completing the task. It just means that we call upon different strengths from our brains. What are these strengths that women have is what I would like to talk about today. Because of the bigger prefrontal cortex. We have more empathy, more focus, more self-control, and more impulse control. Just think about it. What is the number of average women who cry versus the average men who cry when watching a movie? Also, how many times do you see a woman actually being arrested because of a bar fight? Obviously, it's more empathy there and also more self-control. And that's because of our brains. And that's because we are wired differently. There was a very, very interesting article in 2011 in the Harvard Business Review. And the topic was very, very intriguing. And it read, what makes a team smarter? More women. There was a research conducted on teams, and they were given several tasks involving brainstorming, decision-making, and problem-solving. Teams were given collective intelligence scores based on their performance. You would have thought that it was the teams which had individual higher IQ scores that performed better, correct? Wrong. It was the teams which had a collective higher IQ score that won. And they realized that these were the teams with more women. Just think about it. Women tend to be more sensitive towards the emotional atmosphere and also more inclusive, versus a man focuses on problem solving and is less concerned about the emotional cohesion of a team. That's why when women are in leadership roles, they have more empathy and they also look at being a more collaborative atmosphere to the environment and the team. So that's why women make better leaders according to the research. In conclusion, I would like to say that it's very, very important that men and women recognize each other's strengths and weaknesses and work in a more inclusive and collaborative environment. And if next time somebody is telling you that these strengths of yours are weaknesses, I hope you don't believe them. I just hope that you love this message and you can share it with your friends and family and more women out there so they know that their strengths are not their weaknesses. Thank you so much. I am truly grateful to you for taking the time to listen, learn, and share today. Please do share it with your friends and family if you got any value from it. Stay tuned for more stories, insights, and tools to empower each other. Let's break the glass ceiling together.